Hi, everyone. I'm Matt Reckeweg. I'm a co-artistic director of Pointless Theater, and welcome to another edition of Pointed Conversations. Today, we're chatting with Caroline Wilkins, who is currently our board chair, but has been a longtime supporter of Pointless. We met her originally as a professor in college, and she's been able to track our progress and our evolution as we've gone from a student ensemble into what we are today. Welcome, Caroline. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks. Glad to be here.
What do you remember about those first few years as you saw us make that first step towards becoming a professional entity?
I saw some of my most creative and fun and smart students starting to live their dream. You know, when your friends and people that you like are doing something, you turn up for them. And initially, I think that's what I was doing. But I would not have come back, and I certainly wouldn't have opened my wallet if I didn't believe in the work. And the work has integrity. It was something I hadn't seen anyone else doing. I go to a lot of shows. I love theater, and I just hadn't seen anyone being this kind of witty and creative and working with source material in innovative ways. It's very original and remains that way.
Can you recall any of your favorites?
Oh, lots. When I could really envision Pointless's success was when I saw Canterbury. The Canterbury Tales is a masterwork in English literature, and I've loved it for years and years. It's long, it's old, its relevance is questioned sometimes, and to see artists take it and make it so vivid. I mean, I just remember vividly, it was like we were in the tavern. The tavern sets were gorgeous. The writing was smart and quick. And it had this incredible improvisational feel, even though everything was really planned and orchestrated. And one of the vivid memories I have is the ways that what would just be sort of the tavern accoutrement would be enlisted in the service of becoming the puppets. It was just fantastic and whimsical, and you felt transported. And, you know, when I think about it, I still have that feeling of transport. And it's been, I don't even know how many years since I saw the show.
Because we were setting it in a medieval tavern, I remember Patty spinning the idea as what she called a ye old Applebee's. The idea that there was just a ton of shit on the wall that could at any point become a surprise puppet. And that was definitely one of those first moments of Canterbury.
One of the amazing things about Canterbury Tales as a work is that it still draws readers into this, oh, we know what it's like to be in a bar and someone starts telling a story, and that's what happens. It was beautiful. Well, I think that adventurous art is art that really asserts itself in the contemporary moment, but subtly. It's very easy to take topical things and emphasize them over and over again, but you're not really making connections and you're not really creating context when you do that. What I think that Pointless does that's really adventurous is that there's so much thought and care that's evident in the work. And that care really extends to the audience. So even when I don't know what's happening and I'm not sure, what am I supposed to be feeling right now? I get to come away with this sort of, charge, right? Where you feel like, I'm going to keep feeling this. I'm going to keep thinking about this. And to me, there's just no better theatrical experience. It's so much fun, even when you're dealing with really difficult subject matter. Like forest triage, that's difficult subject matter, right? It's so difficult sometimes to transport yourself to an imaginative space. And you're asking a lot of people when you invite them to go there with you. And if it's not enjoyable at some level, what are you doing to people? I mean, if you just come out miserable, that's not a place of appreciation or even a place of reflection, right? So, when you are in those difficult spaces with some really difficult material, there's still this kind of joyous connection that's made. And I think that that's enormously important and really positive. And it makes the work so much more accessible, frankly. You know, some people will be like, "Oh, I don't think I can see a play about a sniper." I was like, "Yeah, well, I wouldn't necessarily want to go see a play about a sniper either." But when you're in the hands of artists who really are thinking about things carefully and making space for you to have an array of emotions and to deal with those things thoughtfully, it really works.
What do you think Pointless offers our community at large?
As a company, they're very committed to their artists. They're not just the performing artists, but the technical artists as well. It's almost communitarian. You know, there's direction certainly, but there's a real place for artists to come together and experiment with ideas. And that's just huge. We all know that there are so many organizations that don't commit that way. For the rest of the community, for what I think of as the audience community or the city, it's that accessibility. You know, you're taking sometimes daunting ideas and engaging with them in an open and intimate space that it feels much more like you're going into a space where you're among friends. It's not intimidating. And I think that's wonderful.
I like to think of our philosophy of wanting the audience to feel like a part of the ensemble, right, is welcoming and is not just about, you watch us, but is actually like, come along for this experiment with us. Like showing the work is the final part of this experiment that we've done, and it's not complete until we have people in seats ready to engage.
One of my favorite literary theorists, writes about the ways that readers are co-authors of works, that everything is written in the here and now, and that is how the best theater works as well. That the audience is a co-creator, and I feel like every Pointless show really invites that. When I leave, I feel like I know a story so much better and think about it so much more. I mean, honestly, there's nothing that was going to make me reread Cymbeline like having seen Imogen. I just wasn't going to do it. And, I'm an English professor. I wasn't going to do it. There are just all these kinds of really fun experiences.
Well, thank you so much, Caroline. Sincerely, when we think about our patronage and we think about our audience, we like to consider them a part of our family. And you've been so integral to that family that I really just can't thank you enough.
Feeling really mutual.
To people who are watching, if you are able to contribute to Pointless at this time, we are raising money for our artist fund.
The money isn't wasted on fluff. When I give money to Pointless, I know where that money is going to go. You'll see it in the productions. Every dollar that I've ever given has just come back to me in wonderful theatrical events. And, what could be better? When you give money to an artistic organization that operates with this sort of integrity, they're benefiting. It's really rewarding.
And particularly right now with the way that the world is, any small donation does go a long way to helping us keep on track with the shows that we're making. Or you could even watch the archive of Canterbury and see for yourself the type of work that we've made before, and we just want to say thank you.